next topic is we finally have the TV series release dates for the MCU films. So obviously this coming June, we've got Secret Invasion, and a bunch of character posters were just released today. So head over to Google because we're not on video yet, so I can't show you, and check them out. They're pretty creative. The one after Secret Invasion is Loki, and that releases on the 6th of October, and that's going to be episode by episode every week.
Mm-hmm.
And then we have Echo on the 29th of November, and they have decided to drop all the episodes at once for that series. So I guess, are you excited for all of these? Yes to the first two, I assume. And then
What are you gonna assume?
I assume, and then well, what do you have thoughts on the on this Echo where they're just gonna drop all the episodes at once?
Wait, sorry. So with Secret Invasion, that's 6th of June, was it? What did you say?
June. I think it's June 21st. I don't know exactly. I think it's late June.
Late June. All right. I think, and I was under the assumption that the MCU TV shows this year was just Loki and Secret Invasion,
mm-hmm.
and I was really happy about that because, well, I've seen Secret Invasion trailer and I think it looks really good. Secret Invasion is a great comic book storyline as well, so I was excited for that. And Loki, I was very against Loki season 1. I was like, again, like he's bringing him back. I kept saying it so much, and then I was the biggest hype man of Loki when it came out.
You actually were. You just wouldn't shut up about it. I was like, bro, fuck off, man.
It was so good though. That score just brought everything together.
It did,
and the story was so good and intense as well. So I'm very excited for those two, and it allows the MCU to breathe without having too much MCU in my face. And I think in terms of the Echo dropping all the episodes at once, I feel like maybe that is a response to how people are taking so much MCU stuff. They obviously announced a bunch of property or projects coming out and made them all. And so they have to release it sometime, but they don't want to bombard people. I think, and this may not be a popular opinion, just drop all the episodes for everything all at once.
Yeah, Netflix does it and it works.
Yeah. Or you can do the Stranger Things Volume 1, Volume 2,
mm-hmm.
If you want to build up anticipation that way. But I think if you're going to have, 3 or 4 MCU movies a year, then you need to really just tone it down on the TV side of things. But you can get away with it if you drop all the episodes all at once, because it's here, then it's gone.
Mm.
If you're going to have something that is around for 8-9 weeks, then in the audience's mind, that's just 9 weeks of MCU content in a row. And if you're doing that for two seasons, 2 different shows, that's 18 seasons. And that's like nearly a third of the year. Like, that's ridiculous. So it's just too much. And yeah, I like the idea of Echo dropping all at once.
Mm-hmm.
It means that I might actually watch the entire thing.
Yeah.
I am too busy on a week-to-week basis to sit down and watch a whole hour or something. And what if I don't like it?
Yeah.
But there's, a weekend where I can just watch a few episodes at a time and just get that out of the way. So I think something like Echo will be easier to watch. Obviously, I'm going to watch the other 2 because I'm excited for them and I hope they're good. But I don't know if that is the reason behind it, if it's a response to people complaining about too much MCU. Kind of feels like MCU is just doing this because they kind of want it to be there and gone,
mm-hmm.
out of people's heads. I heard that the test screenings were great for it. So it's mind-boggling to some people, from what I've read. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I guess, I have to watch it because I got to review it. So yeah.
I mean, we can always not review it.
No, we got to review it.
No, but there's an option.
Daredevil's in it.
King.
There you go. Yeah. Exactly.
I wonder how they're going to communicate.
Mm. Oh wait, because Echo's deaf.
And Daredevil's blind. So it's going to be very interesting, but that's probably everything. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Well, so how do you feel about Echo dropping everything at once?
I'm one of those people that would rather have all the episodes drop at once.
Mm,
Just because I think nowadays we'll get into that trend and that lifestyle of binge watching stuff.
yeah.
And that's probably why Netflix dominates so much. I mean, Stranger Things, even Wednesday, like no one expected that to be so big, and then it's just big. It's like all the episodes drop out once, and then the word of mouth just continues it, and
Yeah.
it brings them back onto that platform for X amount of hours, rather than just
Yeah.
being on like there for like an hour and then leaving.
I don't think Wednesday would have been as big if it did one episode per week.
I don't think so, because
Yeah.
that was a series that didn't really quite have a cliffhanger sort of ending. It was just more of a, oh, I wonder what happens next episode.
Yeah. I think it really depends on the show.
Yeah.
Because something like Loki, Falcon and Winter Soldier, and WandaVision, I like them being week to week because we were theorizing like crazy. We're like, oh, what's going to happen? We were excited throughout the week. But if it's going to be week to week, you got to have a really good series, and it has to justify that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I think TV shows in general are still stuck in that sort of era of week to week. I think there's about 3 currently that I'm watching right now that's week to week. But otherwise, I'd just rather have all the episodes drop all at once.
I think stuff like House of Dragon and Last of Us, you don't have them all at once. That's too much. Yeah, I couldn't do
they're
that.
real content heavy and
Yeah.
a lot's happening.
And you want to digest it slowly as it comes. Yeah. If they were to drop those kind of stuff all at once, I'd be like, it'd be like a whole like week dedicated to like watching that.
Yeah, but stuff like, I don't know, The Flash, that's a series that can easily just drop.
Are you watching that final season?
I am. I
Is
think
it finished this week?
Yeah, I think the last episode watches it. So 9 years of dedication is finally pulling off. It's like,
did you watch every season?
It got to the point where it was like Big Bang Theory. I was just watching it, and then the quality was going down, but I was like committed to watching this series. I was like, I might as well just stick with it to the end. So yeah,
I don't know how you did that. I stopped, I think, start of the 4th season. I was like, well, it's the same thing again.
Now, when I say I did the same as you, but when I say watch, it's like it's in the background, do other stuff.
So you know what's happened, but you weren't like focused on
I'm
it.
not like, oh, let's get some popcorn, let's crack open a beer, and let's
Eyes
watch it.
glued to the screen.
Yeah. I might do it for the last. I might do it for the last episode. Make
Yeah.
something and have a beer just because it's the final season. And it was
Fair enough.
Was a really good TV series as well. Like the first 2 seasons.
Those first 2 seasons were great. Yeah.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
And then it just dipped down, but that's a CW for you.
Yeah. I think something like, from what you're saying in terms of binge watching, Ted Lasso, which we're watching right now, that needed to be dropped all at once.
This particular season, or
all the seasons?
All the seasons.
It is not a show that is. I don't need to digest it every week.
I think it's like comedy series is very much like that. Like there's no point in waiting week to week for it. You might as well just drop it all at once.
Because we binged the first season straight away. I did it in one night. Oh, I think I did it over 2 nights actually, because I hadn't seen the rest of it. Like it was in the middle of season 2 by the time I started watching it. So I had the whole first season to do it, and I loved it. And then season 2 was like, it felt too slow, like being week to week, because that's when I caught up to it. Now I'm watching season 3, and we'll have a lot more thoughts on this coming soon. But I think you're right. Sometimes it needs to be all at once.
Yeah, because you messaged me to watch Ted Lasso, and you wouldn't tell me what it's about. Because I asked you what's it about, and it's like, just watch it.
Oh, because I knew it was soccer, and you're like, oh, soccer. Like, I hate soccer for no reason, so I'm not going to watch it.
I hate it because
it's popular.
I can't say the reasons, but yeah. But yeah, like I watched it and I messaged you straight away, and I was like, I haven't been hooked on this TV series since Game of Thrones.
Yeah.
It's now been dethroned because The Last of Us took that over. But yeah, for like a show to like get me that engaged was fucking good, and
so good, yeah.
And I was so annoyed that I just had to stop halfway through season 2. I was like, fuck.
Yeah, it's horrible.
I was like, sort of wish like you told me like at the end of season 2, be like, oh man, watch this.
Nah, because I remember I was in the middle of like the 3rd episode. I was like, okay, I got to get everyone here. Yeah.
Yeah.
So I told like so many people, and everyone got hooked on it. And then they told me they got like other people hooked on it, and I was like, oh, I spread Ted around.
It's a virus. It's the reason why it's doing so well.
Yeah, and now season 3, everyone's gonna. I expect everyone to come back to me that I recommended it to and be like, why?
Just back because the first 2 seasons. That's why.
Exactly. Yeah.